Okay, so this is part 3. We got a lot into this connection. I kind of was picking up a little bit of energy and we got very far deep into this. So I would honestly recommend going back and watching the other parts just because there's kind of a bit to recap here. But I asked what is going to help you with moving forward and stop kind of staying in this stuck energy of obsessing over the past and things that happened, and maybe this, this conflict that really happened emotionally and really affected and changed the world for the both of you, blocked this celebration from happening. What's going to help you? We got manifestation and soulmate. So pay attention, right? If you're sitting here and manifesting a soulmate, if you're manifesting even like this person, right? What are these moves? As I said, actually in part 2, what are these moves that you need to actually genuinely make for yourself to manifest somebody like this? What do you need to do? As I said also, in this chariot, if you're in this like obsessive, controlling energy, not really knowing what to do, but you still want to control everything, well, what is actually going to get you in this energy of knowing what to do, helping you be ready, whatever comes up? That yin and yang energy, right? Instead of focusing on that pain that you experienced, what lessons were you being shown? Instead of why did that happen, what lessons were you being shown? Soulmate, manifestation. What do you need to actually do to manifest this soulmate? Divine guidance. You're being divinely guided. I think you have an idea of what's going to help you. You already know, and I'm hearing that you're fighting it. You already know, but you're fighting it. Tap into some friendship. That's what's also going to be helpful with this connection is pay attention to that friendship. That real connection that you have with this person. And your own inner power, your own inner strength, that ties with that insecurity energy that I was picking up on. You don't have to prove yourself to somebody. And the right person will notice you and appreciate you and value you without you even doing anything extra. You don't need to. And if this person doesn't, then you know your answer, but that's not the energy that I'm really picking up on, especially not at the beginning. This person I'm hearing sees you as like a dream, which is honestly really cute. Be honest with yourself. What have I been saying? Listen to the truth. Listen to these signs that you've been getting. Be honest about yourself on what actually is going to be feeding you, what is actually going to be feeding this connection, what is actually going to be helping this person. This person feel comfortable to move forward. They feel stuck. They're stuck in a level of like, all right, I'm gonna listen to your boundaries here. Actually, I'm gonna ask Tarot a little bit before I tap into that. What's a little bit more on your person's energy? How do they feel about collective? We have wands, both wands. So we have 8 of wands that came out sideways. So quite literally, as I've been saying, there's so many different ways in which they can approach this relationship, but they don't know how. They don't know how. There's so many different ways. But what way do they go? So they're kind of with this stuck energy. They can be your friend, they can be more, but they want to respect your boundaries. That's the full energy that I'm getting. That's very interesting. And then we have Page of Wands here. And really what I'm getting kind of literally, like, if you look, this person's staring off. It's like they're looking and waiting. Okay, when can I create something? Wands is about the heart, about fire, about creation. So maybe your person is a fire sign. We got fire that came out here. They want to, but they don't know how. How do they feel about collective? Actually, let's go into help collective here. Kind of create a safe space for themselves and also this person. We got 2 that came out here from the fairy deck. And I will be reading these ones for you. So be honest with yourself. What the fuck? Thank you, spirits. Confirmation. There we go. Truth and integrity. Be honest with yourself. Start being real. Come on. Come on. You know. You literally, you know. That's what I'm hearing from spirits. Why are you fighting what you already know? You know what you need to do. It might be hard, but you want to know what's even harder? Lying to yourself. And you want to question why? Look at the past 2 years. Look at the past 3 years. I'm hearing 5 years even for some of you. Higher consciousness? Step in that. Do they not, do I need to explain that one? Because I feel like I already have, and that one's just further confirmation. So I'm just going to read the cards. We're just going to read them. Be honest with yourself. This card indicates that you're hiding your true feelings and aren't being forthright about an important topic. The fairies urge you to admit your true feelings to yourself. Do you feel stuck, depressed, tired, angry, or irritable? These are symptoms that arise when we're dishonest with ourselves. Maybe you feel that you can't afford to be honest with yourself and that you don't have a choice. This card isn't asking you to make any radical life changes or have a confrontation with another person. However, it is urging you to admit your true feelings to yourself. One easy way to get in touch with your true feelings is by going outside and engaging in silent conversation with the fairies who live amongst the flowers, trees, and grass. Really, even just getting outside, right? Even just getting into nature. Even if you can't see or hear the fairies, mentally tell them everything you're thinking, feeling, and experiencing these days. Ask them to help get in touch with your deepest feelings. The fairies love to hold a mirror up to us so that we can see and admit the truth. Affirmation, it's safe for me to be honest with myself and others. I speak my truth with love. And then higher consciousness, honestly, literally, I feel like I've already explained this one, but higher consciousness, step into that reality of you know what it is. Stop lying to yourself. You know the truth. Like, you know the truth. You know the truth. Stop lying to yourself. Maybe that's what this devil energy is too. And that's what's creating part of the 6 of Cups in reverse, this lack of receiving energy, this lack of give and take. You're not even creating an energy where you can receive. So that's why this person's stuck. They don't know what to do. They're like, all right, there's multiple different ways this could go, but it's not. So it's just not. And then this one, higher consciousness did come out in reverse. You are receiving guidance from your true self, your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirits. You are asking for divine guidance. You are literally asking for signs. It's all under all of these cards, but your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. You have been asking for divine guidance and your higher self has answered your prayers. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or yoga practice and this has helped you to quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. Whichever route you've taken is working very well. Now, the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. Literally, as I was saying, stop focusing so much on the outside. You need to actually take time to journal and reflect and take time to nurture these feminine emotions. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. Affirmation, I hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. Okay. Let's going to see one spirit advice card here. Can we get one spirit advice? You got 2. Honor your boundaries. and take responsibility for your actions and emotions. Have accountability, have some ownership for what you've created in this connection. That's kind of what I'm hearing, a lack of accountability on your part. Or just own up to the part that you've played. Honor your boundaries. But be honest with yourself on what your boundaries even are. What do you even actually want for yourself? What is this truth and integrity? Like, what? When you're manifesting this person, right? You're listening to these signs, you're getting these signs. But what are these things that you do and these thoughts that you have when you're alone and nobody's watching you that's going to be bringing you to this place and space of actually truly manifesting this person? That's really what it is. Journal, reflect. What are these the 5 of Cups energy, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse energy, this Chariot in reverse energy, 3 of Cups reverse, right? But it's this Devil too. What are these negative coping mechanisms that you've been stuck in? Are you being obsessive? Are you being controlling? Are you being lustful? Are you being involved with third parties in a sense of maybe negative thinking patterns, limiting beliefs, maybe unhealthy habits, or lustful energy in terms of connections? So let's go ahead, we'll pull a few confirmation signs and we'll see some energy. We have Sagittarius, which we did get Sun, Sagittarius, Aries, like suns, fire signs. Capricorn, Aquarius again, and Gemini. And then we'll pull some initial confirmations here. Yeah. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you could just send a text to the number that's on screen. Other than that, that's whatever. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next reading.